welcome to the second part of reaching out with Eddie Reboot. I need for Kay, is it lagging? Is it doing okay now? We started live at 6 and we had to end that stream and start over. So Kay, I want you to take that one down. And the title of the show, I'm still in the fight. And the reason why I say that, folks, is because I was about to just stop. I was so just disenchanted with so many different things. I was somewhat distraught because of an incident that happened last week. And I want to say to that person again, I reiterate, look at your text messages to me. You did not send the letter to me. I did not get it. Only time I got it is when you was disdainful about certain things, and I'm trying to. Well, I guess it really doesn't really matter, but either way, the when I got the text from you making me aware of certain things, it was the download was the same exact thing. That's why I never knew what created the schism. And I gotta say this too, folks, is that good evening to you, Bro Fred. This is my second time, and I hope all of you are back. I was glitching the first time, and I'm watching the messages. If it's glitching, somebody need to let me know. But I don't want it to glitch. I want you all to hear what I'm saying. Um, when you use words like betrayal, that's a very strong word. And to explain to you out there, podcast land, what betrayal is that when you do something a person don't expect you to do, and it caused them perhaps to stress or either caused them to lose either a life or sometimes the life or sometimes maybe their station in life and sometimes maybe a job or something. But betrayal is when you do something against someone that's detrimental to that person. And so that's a very strong word. And when you use words like that, that's kind of bad. And what I was going to do, people, I talked to a few confidants, like my family, no, and thanks there, bro Fred. Uh, I can tell you, it's a couple of things. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I'm gonna address a lot of things. And it's people that I trust and people that I talk to, and I got advice. But the advice that I'm going to take is the advice that I got from two people. One person said, keep on going. But one person said that you're not doing that podcast so that anyone like you. And that is so true. And they named the person name when they said that you're not doing it for that person to like you. You're doing it because you're telling truths, my truths, and I want people to know the truths that I'm telling. And so I tell you things that you don't. And so I was going to stop, just say the hell with Meridian and the hell with all of this, and let Rome take care of the Romans and to Caesar his own. To Meridian, to Meridianites. But see, Meridian is my home too. I got to say this to you. Y'all are not very smart. Those of you that don't like me, y'all are not smart at all. If it was me and I didn't like you, I'd get rid of you. I ain't talking about killing you. I own property in Meridian. Buy it. Fuck, give me $1 for it. All right, don't play with me. But anyway, buy it. Buy it. Get me out of there. I pay taxes. I own property down there. I have family down there. Shoot, I only got one daughter down there that need care, and that's a rare. Other than that, my other children, they live in other parts of the country, other states. The ones that stay there that are grown, they're grown. But anyway, people, enough of that. But I do want to say that. I do want to say this is that I sent my daughter. She went to Meridian, Mississippi, and folks, I tell you that Meridian is bad. Meridian Public School is bad. It's really, really bad. I'm not gonna go into detail about that, but they need to get rid of Amy Carter. They just really do. It's time out for Amy Carter. And I want okay, make sure you take the other video down and invite them to come. Go to my Facebook page and tell them that I am live, or maybe they could see it anyway. But I do want to say this. I want you to put, if you can you put it up in your window? I don't know whether you can or not, but I want you to put up what Dustin Markham said. I need because I want to address that. See, Dustin is a coward. See, talking about a 70-year-old male, I'm calling your name. Dustin, your ass is an atrocious judge, and I'm going to prove it with fact. You got in with do you know what you did was against the judiciary canons? Thank you, Eddie, for coming back and saying that. And he is. Percy Bland is corrupt. He's a liar, and he's dirty. Folks, he's dirty. You think the FBI didn't go see Sherry Berry? Did not go see Kemp? Didn't go see John Robert Smith? They didn't go see Jimmy Smith? They went and saw Percy Bland because his ass is dirty doing illegal shit. I'm telling you, we had 12 years of black leadership. And Meridian, Mississippi has not progressed in those 7 years. And I understand that. Look, I understand how some of you feel that you dislike Jimmy so bad. You cannot replace Jimmy Smith with Percy Bland. That's a no-no. There's no way you can do that. Now, I'm going to just tell you, I saw somebody sent the video of where the mayors, all the different candidates was running except for the mayors. Well, yes, it was, because I heard Copeland speak. And folks, I got to tell you, it is so many people that are running for office, and I'm satisfied. I love that. You know why I love that? Because when you have a lot of people running for public office, that means they are dissatisfied with what they have. Now you got everybody that's in there running for office again, and your ass should just go home. Ramonda Walker, it's time for you to go. Kim Burner Houston, we don't need for you to come back. Hell, you was there longer than anybody. We just do not need you. We need new blood. We need fresh blood. And Lo, they told me about you had Percy on the line. Why didn't you slap the fuck out of him? I don't understand that. It's one time, if you'd had him in front of him, you'd have choked him to death. He charged you with, Lo, do you have any credibility now? I got to ask you that. Now, people are afraid of you, and they probably won't say what I'm saying. Lo, you don't have any credibility now. You've talked about Percy, and you trashed him when he did what he did to you, and now you let's endorsing him for mayor. He charged you with sending, receiving, and possession of child pornography. It was his damn administration done that. He had the keys to the store. He could have told them not to do that. They would not have done that. He took money off the interstate and put it in his pocket. He put drugs off the interstate and back in the street. Under his leadership, black citizens were killed by his police force. He's worse than Jimmy Smith. He lied about the unemployment rate. All he does is lie. Jimmy Smith has the lowest unemployment rate out of anyone. Google it. January of 2024, it was 3.2 or 1. Either way, when Percy left office, it was higher when he left office than when he took over from Sherry Berry. When he left office, it was an 8. When he took office, it was a 6. After 8 years, Jimmy Smith in less than 4 years got it down to a 3. So no, he around there making deals and sweet talking to everybody and getting everybody, putting a pacifier in everybody's mouth. He ain't gonna do nothing but snatch it out. And you gonna see. This, let me tell you what Percy did when he won mayor race. He had campaign headquarters downtown on 22nd, between 8th and 9th Street on 22nd Avenue. He had a campaign office there. Also, he had that's where he met the people that was helping him get elected. Also, at his office, he met at office there with close confidants such as me and James. I forgot his name, but you know his first chief of police. Him and I was from the same cut, from the same mold. We went there a few times and didn't want to go back. Now I had the privilege to have went to either one. I just didn't want to go to the one downtown and start going. The one at his office. But he had a third one we didn't know about, folks. And that's where he got now, Lo. That's what he got now, Pam Chapman. That's what he got now. Everybody that's supporting Percy Bland, he got a third place. He's meeting with those people at his office, and he's meeting with everybody else at his campaign headquarters, unless it's at his office. I don't know where it is. I don't care. But also, he's going to meet with those people that he don't want any of you to know about. Because you remember when he won the primary, all of a sudden Barbara Kidd showed up. All of a sudden Terrence Davis showed up. People showed up. And then that little white boy showed up that worked for the Meridian Star. And all these people got jobs, good jobs. Wow, they ain't help him win. They didn't help him plant the corn. Didn't help him take it to the meal and make meal out of it, then help them make the bread. At the end of that, once the bread was made, they sat down at the table with Percy Bland, lying, thieving, corrupt ass, and benefited from it. And lo, he didn't want to give you a job, but you kept at him, and he gave you a job. He put you away. He hid you. He hid you in the basement. And then it wasn't long before he threw a rock and hit his hand and fired you. And you gonna believe him now? He's gonna show, he ain't showing you who he is. He just wants the job. Now, folks, I'm finna tell you something else too. Now, that's a very good question, Red, but I'm gonna answer that question in the last part of it. So if any of you have questions, please put them up there. Very good question. But one thing I do want to say this is that Percy Bland has committed a felony. I think his name Chuck Butler was the coach at Meridian High School in 2022. When Percy lost that job, he rented his house out on 43rd Street. And I talked about this, and I'm going to go into detail this time. He rented his house out to Chuck Butler. He continued to claim homestead exemption in there. He moved downtown. He changed his voters registration from the house and from Ward 1 to Ward 5. The circuit clerk, Donna Jill Johnson, knows this. Whitney Hodges knows that Percy has already committed forgery and broke the law and illegally claimed homestead exemption. I talked to someone in Knoxville County last night. I'm not going to call their name. And they said, hell yeah, he broke the law. Why is it that the sheriff hadn't arrested him? Why is it that Donna Jill Johnson hadn't asked for him to be arrested? She called all the way to Alabama to make sure I was voting right. She done that before. So they do step outside of the scope. It's because they want Percy Bland to be their mayor. If they want Percy Bland to be their mayor, they don't care about you. I don't care about going to your churches or any of those things. If they want Percy Bland to be your mayor, he cannot be any good for you. He ain't done anything in the 8 years he's there to make you even want to re-elect you. You must have forgotten that you fired his ass. And he didn't live in Mississippi. He just rented the place. But he wasn't there. He was at home with his family. Do you really think that he's going to leave his wife and kid and not be at his son's game? And voting down here illegally while he's claiming homestead in 5 and voting in 1. Homestead in 1 and voting in 5. And is this what you call, Dustin? Is this what you're talking about? Ill-informed? I'm going to talk about your ass in a minute. No, Percy don't need to be the mayor. Folks, keep what you got. There's no way you can go back to Percy. I can tell you what Jimmy didn't do. He ain't put no fake charges on anyone. He ain't putting drugs back on the street. He ain't cherry picking his police chief. The police chief that he has been there since he been there. Percy had about 10 or 15 chief of police. Yeah, I said it. I can exaggerate if I want to. My podcast show. They was changing every week until he got who he want. I want to go and I want you to put this thing up. Okay, I read what you said. Put it up anyway. And folks, it's going to be in front of my face, so you won't get to see this pretty face. So go ahead on and put it up what Dustin said. And he was alluding to me, folks. I usually do not respond to local podcasters, especially those that are poorly informed, poorly organized, and poorly opinionated. Man, I could stop right there, but I'm not. However, it was brought. I'm gonna read it all to you, and you can go back and look at it whenever you want to. It was brought to my attention that a 70-year-old male YouTuber said I was atrocious because I said low bonds for my friends. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't true. Now, that's a lie, Dustin. You there because ain't nobody voted your ass in. When you ran for mayor, you didn't get but 1,700 votes. You lost by a landslide. When you ran for city council the first time you got it, nobody likes your ass. You wouldn't be there. I don't know about this 97%. This is your opinion. This is really not about me. You just want to point out the fact that they just got some kind of grant, what you're talking about now. Dress, and I dress nice and I look good. I love how I look. Kay, I want you to put up what a 70-year-old man. I can tell you what I don't do. I don't dye my hair. like some folks I know been down it almost all their career. I'm not still wearing a curl in my head. Yeah, talk about something. I'm not overweight. I'm not so damn big that my pants have to fit up under my goddamn gut and my fat ass stomach hanging over my pants. Talking about you good. Man, Tyrone Hersey, that was your friend. You looked out for him. I know your ass did. Everybody get $1 million bond. The dude that did the killing got $1 million bond and a $75,000 bond for and put that up, Kay. Put that up. Put that up about you. You're a lie. You're atrocious. $1 million bond. When you said $1 million bond, who the fuck you setting $1 million bond for? Ain't none of the people that voted for your damn mayor who appointed your ass can afford a damn $1 million bond. Now, this the guy that got the $1 million bond, and the other bond, second degree arson, was set at $25,000. Now look at this. Look at the other one. This here charge, and here that's your friend right there, Tyrone Hersey. Look at it, folks. Second degree arson, $25,000. For one thing, it should have been charged with arson because you can only get second degree arson on a building. Look at the code. I said it on a previous podcast. Look at that. This is his friend. Take it down for a moment, put it up where he is and his friend on a vacation together. Don't you play with me, Negro. There he is, right? If in case y'all can't recognize his fat ass, this is Dustin Markham right here. You can't recognize, he's a whole lot bigger than that now. And there's friend here. Now look who this is right here. This was his client. He represented her in a divorce against her not maiden name, but her marriage. She was married to Hearns then. And he ended up, look at him. She wouldn't even have your ass if you didn't have the prestige or whatever, because she looked too good for you. But look at me. I don't have the prestige, but baby, put up now. Look at me. Y'all seen me dancing. I did that intentionally. Look how I move. Can your ass move like that? Look at it. I'm a very talking about if I am uninformed and poorly informed, I'm not poorly informed about what I just said. And guess what? I'm gonna send that shit to the Judiciary Performance Committee on your ass and this same damn thing you put up, because the judge don't supposed to do that at all. You know that's a violation of your judiciary canons. Now, but however, I'm ill informed, but I'm talking about it now, because once I do it, I can't talk about it. I'm not going to. So you might as well get ready. I'm gonna put all that up. Even before when they appointed to you, I'm gonna say $1 million bond hadn't made a difference. The quality of life and for black people hadn't changed. Everything you do is against black people. Negro, you set higher bonds than anybody in the damn country. So pat your fat ass on the back. Baby, put up my video. Put up a couple videos of me.
Go.
You do that, Negro. Put up another one.
Yeah.
Hey. Sound us a steel building. You didn't see me fall over. Put up another one. Ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Good. Shit, I'm in good shape. I'm not 70, I'm 71. I don't date teenage girls. Now, my wife was like 19. I think when we got married. Now, that's in my opinion, I can pat myself on the back that I can do that. Man, you know what? That's like a testament to my abilities. What I'm doing, I'm not buying anybody. I'm not paying anybody. Shoot, man, I'm telling you. My wife just put up. She can tell she's beautiful. She's nice looking. Whatever we go through, that's our business. But we still here, like the Williams brothers say. Dustin, you ain't right. You ain't right. You call yourself a friend. You the one drew first blood. But I'm going to be the one to draw last blood. You a fool to say something about anybody. What if everything you said was true? I got friends down there that the man that appointed your ignorant ass, need their vote to keep his job so you can keep yours. Person bringing his own folks on board. He ain't going to keep your ass. So can we say temporary job? That's right. I catch your fat ass somewhere and slap the shit out of you. Shit. You talk about your body. I can body shame you so quick. There is not any kind of filtering that they have on the internet that you could do to make yourself look attractive in your face or your body. Now say something about me again. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for what you said. You can't take it down. I already got cops everything, and I'm gonna upload it after this podcast. I'm gonna do it. Yes, I'm gonna put a complaint on you. I don't care if they don't do nothing. They like Negroes that hurt other black people. But guess what? You can't keep on doing it. You better ask Robert Jones about me. Anyway, I want to go on now, and I want to I want to answer my questions. I want to look at some things here, and I'm gonna read your questions and all that. I I had to address that, and the reason why I wanted to address that is because I felt like it was necessary. And so when person coming around talking about what he going to do, asking what did he do when he was there, asking why he didn't do it then. Low, low, low. I just shake my head. So far, yeah, man. Do you realize how far you fallen? The things that you said, and then you got that man up there, and you, from what I told you, handling with kid gloves. You should ask him why he charged you, what they do with that dope they got off the interstate. What about those police officers killing black people? What about white folks getting jobs and black people don't? What about people that are unqualified getting jobs? Man, just corrupt. Betrayal is a strong word again, you know. Don't try to set me up to fault me if you lose. Ask any of you. If you lose, you can, yeah, I'll claim it. I go ahead on claim it. If you lose, you can thank me. Um, um, what is it that you can't see, Aria? She said nothing is showing. What is it that you did not see? That's what I want to know. We saw it here. Did Oh, it said everything you punch or kick, it cuts off. Oh yeah, but that's what I wanted it to do. I just wanted to see the kick. Okay, but either way, yeah, he was just trying. His little group pat him on the back. He got plenty of for him to pat on too. And I know, talking about you ain't. Oh, you watching this? All of you watching this? Things like this. But I'm gonna tell you now, when it's really, really time, I just trust that Meridian is going to get the right person for the job, and I just believe that. I gotta talk about my video. Can you put that up there, man? Can you put up there? I just want to put up there so I can just show how. But y'all can go back and look at the video of me playing the harmonica and everything. If you have any questions or have anything like that, I think I've addressed everything that I am. I've started helping people in Alabama now. I've started, it's a couple of inmates that I'm helping in the Alabama Department of Correction, just helping them. It's sad that everywhere you look, there's someone. Yeah, you can go to my Facebook page and just look at the video. It's too long to be up here, but I can tell you, people, it's just and it's Ken. Man, it's always a pleasure when I see you, man. Yo, granddad, boy, that was my favorite uncle, man. He was there when Dad wasn't there. Yeah, and I miss him truly. I know you do. Thanks for always supporting me, and thanks for looking in. I don't know whether you knew it, but your granddad could play a little guitar. He could. But anyway, my daughter's right. I don't date, and I dress. I like how I dress, and my wife like how I dress. I'm not trying to please you at all, Dustin. Man, you at one time you had a bright future in Meridian, Mississippi, but you just gonna be like everybody else that gonna rise to the top if you're able to rise to the top on the back of other blacks. It's not right for you to set $1 million bond to anyone unless you Bill Gates or somebody like that come through there. Then it should be higher than that. But hey, there's no one in Meridian, Mississippi that could literally make $1 million bond, maybe about 5 or 6 people. So what you talking about is, yes, it's within the guidelines. Yes, he told the truth about that. But but the Constitution says that everybody should have a bail, and it should be a reasonable bail. Your bail is unreasonable. If a bail is supposed to be made to ensure that the person come back to court, not so how they can't get out of jail. Meridian is so poor and so below the poverty level that all Meridian Public School, you don't pay a lunch there because it's just how bad people are doing there. You know, man, people just let people tell you what they really want to tell your ass, and they'll be telling you some shit. Like, man, all I can say, man, is you ain't right. You ain't right. Folks, I done talked in a circle. I'm um finna read your comments, and then I'm gonna be closing out. If you have a question, get it. I'll be closing out in a minute. Good evening again, bro Fred, Candace, I love you too. Thanks for reminding me. Again, we go in the future. We'll talk about Amy Carter. Let's get you in school. Eddie Crosby is correct. X-Men is corrupt, dirty, and lies. Do you feel as if Meridian citizens are treated unfairly every day? If so, why do you think so? That's a very good question. Yes, I think that most of the citizens, especially the Black citizens in Meridian, Mississippi, are treated unfairly. They have a two-tier educational system in Meridian, Mississippi, and they single out, they do everything they can to interfere with the progress of the citizens of Meridian, Mississippi. And Meridian Public Schools is a majority school system. The majority of the schools, most of the students who go to Meridian Public School are probably about 90% of the students go there are Black. And some places, almost all of them are minority, except for maybe a few whites that are probably stuck in the hood or stuck in that poverty level. But when they're able to, and even Blacks, when they're able to, they leave Meridian and they leave Meridian Public School. Yes, it's unfair, but it's by design, because somebody got to go to prison. Somebody got to make up those beds. Somebody got to flip those burgers. So it's by design. They're not going to do it because the reason why they're not going to do it because it doesn't have a life living wage there. Prisons now have been privatized, meaning that they use the prisons. They have stocks, and based on the stock index, they get a return, a dividend, what they call it, stocks and bonds. And almost all your senators, all your representatives, your judges, people that are very wealthy, they own stock in the private prisons, and they're not going to send their children there. That's the reason why this thing is deep now, Aria. That's the reason why they limit the access to abortion clinic. The Republicans don't care about life. They're not pro-life. They pro-prison. If you have access, if poor people have access to abortion, they're gonna get rid of that child more than likely. Because when I was coming up, families was like average families was an average family, a small family had 5, but most families had 13 and 14 and 18 children in it. So I said the average family size in the Black community when I was coming up was about 12 children. And so we didn't have access to abortion. They didn't have access to birth control pills or anything like that. And they know the Black people are not going to vote, and they're not good at taking medicine. So if a girl was to if a child get birth control pills from a mama, more than likely she ain't gonna take them anyway, or it's gonna be inconsistent to do it and still end up getting pregnant. And you won't have access to abortion. If you're living in a poor neighborhood, you're gonna get a poor education, poor job, and have a poor outlook on life, and you end up going to prison or going or working at somewhere like McDonald's. And that's by design. Hope I answered your question. Yep. And Eddie Croft is right. 8 years when he talking about the streets he paved. If the streets were paved right, Jimmy Smith would not have had to do it over Jimmy. I mean, a person. Now, folks, let's just tell y'all this. If I had to choose between Jimmy Smith and Percy Bland, I choose Jimmy. I'll even deal with Dustin corrupt ass before I go back with Percy Bland. I'm gonna just tell you the truth, folks. It's just how it is. Because at least Jimmy, in the 3 years, look what he done to the streets. And the fact that he got white people there, that's okay. But he hadn't brought and put drugs on the street. He hadn't killed the Black peoples in the Black community. His police force is not corrupt that I know of. And they ain't brought no fake charges against anybody. Percy ran every aspect of every department, and he wants that power back. Folks, God forbid, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. Somebody told me they tired of the Republicans winning. I tell you what, I voted Republican, and I like a lot of the things that Donald Trump is doing. I did not vote for him, but he sure made me proud when he put Zelensky in his place. And it's another thing that I like that he's doing is closing the borders down. I like that he's reducing the government. So it's a lot of things Trump is doing that I like that it never would have happened on a Democratic governor. And Lo, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell everybody else out there in podcast land. If you look at everything that has happened to you, it's always the Democrats that do it. They want you to fall lockstep in place and vote for them every single time without questioning their report card, what it is they're gonna do, what it is they haven't done, and what it is that they have done. What haven't they done? What have they done? And what is they're going to do? You can just easily look. Look how we have, Democrats are the ones that run the educational system in Meridian, Mississippi. It's Democrats that are your city council, Democrats mayor, and look at the quality of life. Democrats gave Jimmy Smith his job. Percy Bland is a Democrat. He's not a Democrat, he's a Republican, but he's running under the banner of the Democratic Party. And look at his police force that put you in jail, Lo. And look, it was Dietrich Robinson under Jimmy Smith, but he started under Percy Bland being disrespectful to people. And man, he never been disrespectful to me, but him and my son had an incident, and then he had an incident where he ended up shooting himself, and he was so angry about that he shot an unarmed man. And this done Jimmy Smith administration, but he's no longer a police officer. Under Percy Bland, he would have got a promotion. Folks, it's sad. I'm gonna tell you that now. And he did. He screwed up the street and he messed up the city of Meridian. It's just simple as that. Everybody have their own style. That's my daddy's style. Who wants to dress in a suit all the time and no shirt that's gonna fit around his neck? And it's his money. Now I'm trying to see why Dustin worry about how my dad. Okay, worried about how my dad is dressing. But anyway, folks, I want y'all to see me dress. I like how I dress. I like how I dress. I got a small body. I'm in good shape. I don't have any health issues or anything like that. And I'm gonna live a good long life. And I've lived a good life, and I'm gonna continue to live a good long life. Thanks, cuz. Keep on pushing. Tell my family up there I love and miss them. But anyway, what is it, Aria, that you're trying to see? Call me. I'm getting ready to sign out, folks. I want to. Oh, yeah, after I punch and kick, that's when it's supposed to cut off. I just wanted you to hear the sound when my reverse punch, my straight punch and reverse punch. Actually, it was a reverse punch on I went bam, bam, bam. Now, let me show y'all what I did. I said bam, bam, bam. That's this is a straight punch, reverse punch, and an elbow strike. And then I kind of like stood off into a horse stance. And the other thing I did was a spinning back kick. And of course, you see the sign, and it's a solid building, and it has steel on it. And I hit it. Now, understand, if you don't have good balance, when you kick and hit something that hard with that kind of power, you'll fall to the ground. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you for watching.